What's going on, everybody? You are listening to the Roger That Mo podcast. That's right, I got a shirt. Woo! We ain't get him nothing though. I'm Mo.
I'm Roger.
And welcome back to another episode, man. How was your week?
My week was chill. I had a great week actually. What the fuck I do last week?
It's crazy. I always ask you, and then you like gotta go. It was good. What happened? Like what was so? If it was good, you should remember. I feel like it wasn't good if you can't remember.
Nah, I was drunk as shit last week. That's why the whole.
Oh, that's why it was good.
Yeah, it was. It was.
You
lit.
need to drink more water. And you was having this conversation before about him not wanting to drink no water. Thirster. Not only is it an ashtray, but it is also hydration. You should drink this water until it gets very low and then use it as an ashtray. Bow. But anyway. My week was better because I didn't spend the whole week drunk.
You don't drink.
I spent it actually enjoying the weekend. So I got a chance to watch a whole bunch of old movies, cuddle up with my wife. It was amazing, man. Anyway, enough of the boring stuff. I did get a chance to glance at some of the stuff going on in the world, man. And I'm going to say it's taking me back a little bit.
What's taking you back?
It's taking me back a little bit.
What's going on?
Now, everybody knows the anticipation and the hype that went into this LSU Iowa game.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ladies, okay? Clark, who can shoot from the moon, and LSU, who can do everything. Like, they don't just have one shooter, they got 5 on the court at all times. So, before they say that Iowa lost because Caitlin Clark wasn't really on her game. No, this is what happened. One person can't beat 5. Okay? 5 people came to play for LSU, and the bench came to play too, and that is exactly why Iowa lost.
LSU!
But that's not what made me mad, because I kind of foresaw that outcome. I foresaw it. Because I like sports. So I foresaw this, and then, Clark did a little "you can't see me" a couple weeks before, and so Angel Reese after the game found her, which is, I will say, was a little crazy.
Why?
Because I see if you would have did it during the game, she waited to good until the game was over, found this girl and was like, "Hey."
But you don't. But maybe there was trash talk. Before
I get that, no, what she said was what Angel said was she was upset that she had done this to another team and they in the same conference, so you don't do that to basically their family if they in the same conference, so you don't do that.
Okay. But
I feel like I get it if it was in the heat of the moment, you make a shot in her face and you do it back. But after the game, you wait till the final buzzer, y'all supposed to be celebrating. She about to go cry. And you hold on, before you cry. Ring time.
I was proud.
I know you were, because
that's some shit I would do.
I feel like that's something that would make you proud.
It's the pettiness. I love it.
I get it because I'm petty too. I love a little petty thing. So that we're gonna talk about king of petty next.
All right.
But I like a little petty too. But I felt like that was a little extreme. You already won. She about to go cry. I played basketball.
So because you and your feelings, I gotta respect you.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
This is America, home of the free.
I'm not saying for them, but I'm saying me. Yes, if I'm in my feelings, respect me. Yes, I'm hurt.
Fuck them feelings.
I remember playing for Central when I was in high school, and I forgot who we lost to. But I remember balling like a mug, and I didn't even play the whole game. The coach was like, "What's wrong with you? You don't even play varsity. You JV." I'm like, "I'm sad for them." She's like, "If you don't." Since you're sensitive, I'm sensitive. So don't hit me with that. And I just lost. It's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But All in all, it was a good game. What I didn't respect about it, though, was after the game, LSU clearly won by a large margin. Let me say that. And Jill Biden responded by saying, "Oh, it was such a great game that we would like to invite both of the teams to the White House." And that got me because I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Have you heard of this?
I never knew that was a thing.
I know that winners go to the White House. You know, I know that that's where winners go, but I didn't know that. You know. Because she said Clark couldn't see her, but she going to have to see her again at the White House. So maybe that's not... You get what I'm saying? Like,
listen, I never knew that was a thing until, like, I heard about it. And then I, like, of course, you know, I'll be on the gram or whatever. Or, you know, Facebook. Shout outs to them. Joint gang. But, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if it's supposed to be a thing where one team goes to the White House for winning, why the fuck are you doing a consolation?
Because we live in a participation trophy generation now. Like, well, this is the world we live in. Like, I remember when we lost. Like, we just lost. You know? It wasn't no, hey, you know, y'all get to come to nationals anyway. You know, because y'all played y'all hearts out. No, we lost.
Okay, so my thing is, if the roles were reversed, do you think they still would have offered that participation?
I don't believe so. I do not believe so.
That's the problem.
I believe that Clark was hyped up so much. They hyped her so, like, oh, it was... Mm-hmm. Before this game, all you heard... I mean, besides, you know, the TikToks and the Instagram and all of the social media that LSU had locked up. They were pushing just as much promotion, if not heavier, for just Clark. Not her team.
But just her.
Just her.
And because she didn't win... they gave her participation to bring their team. At the end of the day, I wouldn't show up to the White House. I would have been like,
LSU said we not going. I saw a tweet where they was like, "Hey, Michelle Obama, can we come to your house instead?" And I was like, "That's lit. That's lit.
I'd rather go hang out with Michelle." Bomb ass first lady.
Do you think the Obamas would have invited both teams?
Fuck it, no. Oh, you want to say to Obama and say, "Yeah, come over"? Fuck yeah, I was ready. My bad, y'all. Y'all see me in the bag. I'm eating some gush, you know, with the juice in it.
You don't think Obama would have been like, both teams played?
No, he would have been like, I'm proud LSU won.
And that's true. Like, so why do you think they felt like they had to invite both teams? Was it the taunting after the game, the UK, which I brought up already?
No. It's because that girl was white. LSU is a black college. And now they want to do that shit because a black college won and how she was acting was some nigga shit.
Like, I mean, LSU just also much better coached. I saw this beforehand. Like, Clark had 33 points at the end of the game. Nobody else in her team was close to having 33, but she had 33 points.
So do you think they invited the team because of Clark? Or did they invite the team because they just were the runner-ups?
Like, I don't mind, like, and let me say, I don't mind them inviting that team, but don't bring them when I'm coming.
Why are you taking away somebody else's shine?
But if that's something, right, like I'm saying, if that's something you want to do, you want to visit, go visit their school, but don't invite them when I'm coming.
Exactly.
I won.
That's that.
Why do I gotta sit here with these people?
Who are the runner-ups? When you play a sport-based team, I'm sorry, when you play a team-based sport. No, I don't.
Because you said a sports-based. Okay, go ahead.
I watch anime. I read manga. I'm a whole
When
nerd.
you're part of a sports organization, go ahead.
If you lose in a bracket-based event,
true,
you out.
Right.
Ain't no try again.
Right.
You out.
They didn't invite any of the other teams.
This ain't never happened the previous time it happened, or the previous time it happened, or the previous time it happened. So why are you changing this up now? Why was this not announced in the beginning?
Right.
Why is it being announced at the end?
If it's a good game, both teams gonna get to come or something like that. But I always don't want to leave it at race.
But at the end of the day,
I like to try to find other reasons why.
But
it wasn't a good game. It wasn't close.
Man,
Like, this was not a good game.
I'm gonna tell you, these bitches got juice in them. That's so good.
This was not a good game. I watched the game.
Make this black taste so much better. You should try this and get the black.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I'm fat.
It just don't make sense to me, but I don't want to just chop it up and leave it out of race all the time.
You can have your standpoint, and I support you. You see the word? Support you. But I'm gonna just be like this. If the roles was reversed, I don't see it happening.
In the comments, let us know, why do you think Iowa also got an invitation to come to the White House? Do you think that if LSU would have lost the game, they also would have received an invitation to the White House? I gotta know. I want to know this. I don't want to leave it at race. I want to know what other people think. Roger think it's about race. He think it's about race 100%.
Niggerism. She did some nigga shit, and it was like, you ain't about to come in the White House with that shit.
I want to talk about what you said that people were saying. People were saying that she is the GOAT out of LSU. She is.
Shaquille O'Neal said that she's the GOAT of LSU. Of all the LSU players from LSU, she is the GOAT. Yo, there's people who made it to the Olympics who were a part of LSU.
So you don't think she gonna play for the Olympic team?
I'm not saying she's not going to. But to give the GOAT status is to give it when it is properly deserved. She has more she has and is going to accomplish.
They called Brittany Griner to go to Boston.
Boston, right?
Yeah, because that's where she went.
Okay. That's fair. Let them have that. But of LSU, there has been so many different players. And I actually went. And look, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot her name. Man, little light-skinned shorty, she did a little commercial. Pretty ass hair.
It is a lot of great players that come out of LSU. But what I will say is I don't know about this GOAT status. I will say that she will be the GOAT of the WNBA.
So then wait till she then do these actions and prove
and I just mean, like, not the greatest player to ever play in the WNBA. She will be be the one to make them bring out that bag. Because I saw an interview where she was like, I ain't in no rush to go to the league. I make more money right now just off endorsement deals than most women in the league.
If she was to bring, let's look at it like this: LeBron, right? LeBron has a GOAT status. LeBron was given the GOAT status at an early age, and if he would have not lived up to it, then what? It just would have switched to somebody else. But he lived up to it. So he earned the right to be called a GOAT. Now, that's the biggest controversy of Michael Jordan, LeBron. But those are two different people in two different generations.
And all of the women you are saying from LSU are from different generations.
But when they say different generations, I don't mean a few years in between. I don't mean 5 to 7. A different generation is a big, 10 years plus.
And I also believe there are some better players on LSU right now. However, she's going to be the one that made the WNBA bring out that bag. She's openly said, I make more money than most of these women in the league. So would you say she deserves her GOAT status because of what she's going to accomplish? The door she's going to open for everybody who comes behind her, yes. Because there will be no more paying these women under $300,000.
And let's be real. It shouldn't be like that in the first place. It should definitely be equal.
There will be no more women having to go play basketball overseas during the off season because they don't make enough money in the league.
Yeah.
It won't be no more of that. She's about to change all of that.
So when she changed that, she should get GOAT status. When she opened those doors, she should get GOAT status. But to properly give it to her now, I just feel like
she can't even go to the league yet. I see why she ain't. Technically, she can't go to the league yet. She's only a sophomore. You got to play 3 years.
Okay. So when she reaches those heights, give her medal. Give her awards. Give her flowers. I'm not taking away from the fact that she's not an amazing player. I'm saying give her more time. See, the word GOAT gets thrown around so loosely now. You have to earn the title of GOAT. Now it's being given before you really earned it. You can't walk 1,000 miles and say, I'm the GOAT, when there's thousands of miles still left to go. You can't. Because if that's the case, there's a lot of WNBA and NBA players that have walked 1,000 miles that can make it to the higher level of the league.
There is no higher level to the WNBA.
I'm talking about one from college, from the college point to the WNBA.
Well, you got to think, for a long time, they wasn't even letting college players get paid, do endorsement deals or none of that shit.
And I understand your perspective of the money, but I'm talking about skills. Money don't make you a GOAT. What you do to get to that point is what makes you the GOAT.
Let me tell you something. If you want to keep that contract they give you, you going to be a GOAT.
All I'm saying
This is why LeBron reached GOAT status. Because he had to. You want to keep that check, don't you?
You got to be the best. You got to bring something to the table.
They already gave you the money.
It's not just the money. It's also about, all right.
Let me tell you something. When somebody already gave you something, and you didn't already start spending it, you going to work a little harder. You going to be a little better. You going to be better than everybody out there.
Like I said, I can't take nothing away, and I can't speak too much because I don't speak sports. I don't understand that shit. That shit is fucking confusing. Niggas talk about stats. I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
You didn't play sports.
I mean, all right. I played baseball in like elementary school years. I ran track and I wrestled during my senior year. That's when I was allowed to.
You ran track.
Oh yeah.
What you run?
I ran a 4x1, 4x2, and I ran 100 and a 200. I was a fast little short motherfucker, but I couldn't play anything till my senior year. I kept getting in trouble during high school for illegal substances. And when you get in trouble for illegal substances, you can't play for what they call a semester, which is 2 quarters. And I would get caught up in the beginning of the year with some shit. And then by the time I could play again, shit was over. There was no point. I would get suspended for like 2 months, 3 months. I had to go to night school to still make sure I got my credits. 10th grade, 11th grade, all that shit. I was bad. Shit happens. So I really didn't get into sports. And like I was already looking at anime when I was 5. I was hot in it because I grew up in the hood. You couldn't look at anime back then. Now it's open.
Keep that shit to yourself and quit telling our fans that.
Well, you can do it now. Now it's in the open. You can be, niggas is doing Naruto walks and runs and all that shit like it's nothing. Motherfuckers is down the hallway, hands behind the back. I'm on my way to class.
I did mention, though, before we get up out of here, I want to talk about the pettiest thing I saw.
What's the pettiest thing
now,
you saw?
I can't remember names exactly, but I know everybody know what I'm talking about. There was a UFC fight that took place last weekend. And
was my man's with the no legs?
No. When your man's with the no legs.
Because that man fucked that nigga up and he had no legs. I'm proud of him.
So apparently there was a fight before.
Mm-hmm.
And the fighter who won this time got knocked out. And the guy's son came into the ring and fell down right next to him, just like he did, because he was knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So the dude who won, son, came in the ring and, pretended to be knocked out. Like the dude, his daddy just knocked out. So this time, he knocks dude out, goes to the crowd, finds his son, say, hey! And knocks himself the fuck out.
No, he did.
He did. King Petty. That is the level of pettiness I'm talking about, people. Hold on to it. Be petty exactly when it's done to you. Unto you. So I feel like this wasn't it. It wasn't done to her.
It don't matter.
It wasn't done. That ain't even your fight.
It don't matter.
That ain't even your fight. Now I see her going over there crowning herself, putting the ring on. That's different. But this ain't had nothing to do with it.
Man, look at all the speculation she probably went through. Like you said, if everybody was hyping up the one shorty from Iowa, thinking she was going to run shit, and you come up on top and you show your ass,
man, but the entire time, as I keep saying, if you pay attention, one person can't beat 5 as a cohesive unit.
Well,
and LSU is amazingly coached. They won this year. I expect them to win for many years to come. Shout out to y'all. I I don't think that they should have to share the White House run, though. I think that's mighty selfish of Jill Biden to even ask something like that.
Yeah, that's that buffoonery.
So, Joe, I think you need to tell your wife that this ain't even got nothing to do with her. Why she even inviting people? That is your job to be inviting people. Ain't you the goddamn president? All right. Anyway, yeah, this was dope. This was dope.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you guys for watching the Roger That Mo podcast.